Hello, everyone. We have a special featured speaker announcement for the 2026 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference happening April 27th and 28th at DeVos Place Conference Center in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Today, I'm joined by John Burley, a real estate fund manager and capital raiser with 40 plus years of investing experience, thousands of completed transactions, and over 600 million raised. John is known for building repeatable systems around capital raising, deal execution, and risk control. And John, you'll be speaking Monday, April 27th, right around 2:30 p.m. And I just want to say thanks for joining me today to talk about the conference and what you're going to be presenting on.
Absolutely. I'm really, really excited. We were just talking before, we hit the record button. I'm really excited to be coming back. It's been quite a few years. I've got many very dear friends that attend the conference regularly. Two of them, Tricia Rockwood, one of my students in 6 years. So 6 years, she had never done a real estate deal except for her own home. And in 6 years, she bought 330 properties and created this massive portfolio, which is a great story. But what was even more amazing is they then sold to a fund who was one of her clients, and her capital investors walked with $90 million in profits in 6 years. So she's from Michigan, born and raised, amazing lady. And she's right in your backyard. So I thought I'd open with that one, guys, because that's what we're going to be teaching you how to do. See, the problem with real estate is the way most of us was taught it, the way I was taught it. And I remember years ago, you and I were talking about this, is like, we were all taught that, we're supposed to do these no money down, low down, subject to owner financing, all good stuff. Just hard to do in any big volume. And certainly these days, regulators aren't very excited about those transactions, are they? And, then, trying to find the super steal deals. And it's like everything that they taught us had nothing to do with the business. Because if you go to any other business, and I come from Wall Street, so if you go through the world of Wall Street, it's like, we didn't pretend money wasn't important. We didn't pretend money wasn't what you needed. In fact, the way we looking at real estate is real estate has absolutely nothing to do with real estate. Never did, never will. Real estate is 100% about money. If you have money, doing this game of real estate is really, really easy, which is why I raised over $600 million personally. And if you don't have money, this game is really, really hard. Just one question for you straight up, and then you need to make sure and come see me April 27th at 2:30 in the afternoon. And don't worry, I'll keep you awake after lunch. If you came and did the training, and a week or two later, someone dropped $1 million check into your bank account, $1 million. If you need to and you're not driving, close your eyes and picture that. $1 million just dropped in. Could you go find a good deal right away? Yes or no? And we're all going, yeah, that would be easy if I had $1 million. Super. So let's stop doing the crazy madness of normal real estate, of trying to find these magic deals, most of which were deals that people did 20 or 30 or 40 years ago. They're not doing them today. The numbers don't work like they describe it. Let's just go and get the money. And I'm going to teach you how to do it in a proper, formal manner. The package will have the event, has all the documents, all the paperwork, all the scripts, all the forms, everything you need. And the nice thing a lot of our students love is so Tricia, for example, she did 330 deals, 300 with capital investors. As she made money, she bought 30 with her own money. But each and every one of those 300 transactions, each house, even though some investors were buying 10 or 15 or 20 houses, each one of those properties came with a $10,000 placement fee. So she literally, over that 6 years, made $3 million in placement fees. So we're going to show you how to make money right away by raising money, and then going and taking all the good real estate knowledge that you already have. We're just going to use that with the power of having money to actually do the deals when you find them. Man, I remember being new. You remember what it was like? You find a good deal, but you don't have any money. And, and the guy at the seminar said, hey, if you get a good deal, kid, the money will just show up. It didn't show up at all for me. I spent most of my early years in this business just spinning my wheels, trying to find miracle deals and not having any money. It'd be like, I'm trying to do a walk-off grand slam home run if it was baseball. I'm trying to, Hail Mary with time running out on the clock if it was football. It's like, that's not how you win. That's not how you win. And so we're going to teach you how to win big. We're just going to teach you how to get the money straight up. I'm going to teach you the exact verbatim word for word script that I do. In fact, We're going to role play it at the event, and I'm going to do it for you. So you'll leave knowing exactly what to do, have the tools and the power to move forward. I'm excited, really, really excited. Another good friend that's going to be there is Dan Sundberg. A lot of you know Dan. Dan uses our model, very, very successful, made millions and millions of dollars with it. I also have a couple friends coming in from out of the area. A friend of mine, Andy's done Century Club member, over 100 Burley houses. He specializes in the subject too. So I'm going to have a lot of great people there with me to support you as we are there to help you. So we're really looking forward to the convention. It's going to be exciting.
John, if you were to just sum it up in one or two sentences, what is it that people will get out of coming to hear you speak?
They will learn how to get all the money they ever imagined they need to buy all the deals they ever imagined they wanted. And I'll show them how to get paid on the way.
What do you see in 2026? Like, what are the market factors that you see affecting the ability to raise that money, and as well as just maybe some technological changes with AI?
The money side, most wealthy people are contrarians. So keep in mind, there's a reason why there's books called The Millionaire Next Door, which I don't know if you know this. Today, factually in America, 1 out of every 12 and a half households is a millionaire. So stop pretending there isn't money. It's everywhere. Whether you have it or not, it's everywhere. If they did that book today, it'd be The Decamillionaire Next Door, not The Millionaire Next Door. So much fear is in the marketplace right now. And if you're doing what we do, fear is your best friend. Most great capital investors, most great investors that I've known in my career, and I've been blessed in my lengthy career, I've worked with over 1,000 as clients, decamillionaires to billionaires, over 1,000 of them. So I know what I'm talking about. They're craving safety and security in a world that is just giving them fear. And we're going to show you exactly how to structure your transactions to be extraordinarily safe and extremely secure. If you have money in today's world, you're far more worried about not losing what you have than making a gabillion% rate of return. In fact, if you're promising really high rates of return, that's the number one reason why most people who have money won't give you money. They don't believe you. They don't believe it's possible, because if it was, they'd be doing it. And so we're very, very risk adverse. We're really looking at how do we reduce risk, in this marketing. On the AI is great. There's so many applications for what we do with it. We use AI quite a bit. And my main business is we have a private equity company, and so we have lots and lots of real estate, and so we have to fill the real estate. And so what we're doing in today's market is we're doing a lot of AI with the scripts and the autoresponders, really walking people through the application process, getting more and more quality people to apply for the properties that we have in inventory. We also use the AI for acquisitions, make our parameters and our searches more intelligent than they used to be. And while we're doing all the technology, we're also doing the old school. I mean, you're out working on your properties and you find a house that's vacant that looks like it's a deal. I mean, we still stop, we still knock, we still check it out, and then we use AI to research who the owner was. It's a very, very exciting time to be a real estate investor. And one of the shifts that you'll make, most successful investors, the vast majority of them are contrarians. When everybody thinks it's bad, that's when they buy. When everybody's buying, that's when they're getting out. And we're in, most markets right now are stagnant. Most markets are flattish, maybe a little up, maybe a little down. Most markets are overvalued. You need to factor that in. And mainly people are just so scared of the risk. And the other big thing we will talk about, and I'm going to be around the whole convention. So, I'm not one of those guys who just comes and goes. I'll be there the whole time. So if you see me, come up and grab me and ask me any question you want. I'm there to help. I was new before, and I remember what it was like to have nobody answer my questions. The government regulations. You've got to learn full compliance. And then the other thing you got to do is, so it's like, again, it's like with money. I'm not going to figure out how to do real estate deals without money. I'm going to figure out how to get the money to do the deals. Well, I'm not going to figure out how to do some sneaky, tricky way that's unproven that may or may not get me out of government regulations. I'm just going to comply. Well, all my competitors are being blown up and in trouble. I'm just going to comply. do it above board. It's because of my securities background. So again, my core, I'm not from real estate. I'm from securities. And securities, man, you comply or you go to jail. It's not like real estate. It's a very different game on the compliance side with the SEC versus, corporation commissions in whatever state you're in. And so we're going to teach you how to do it all above board, how to dot the I's, cross the T's, how to raise huge amounts of money if that's what you want to do, and then go buy and build your portfolio.
John, I'm glad you brought up the securities, because raising money from investors, you have to do it right, and you have to know how to do it right, because if you get it wrong and you say the wrong thing, or you promise or you guarantee something, you can get in a lot of trouble. So I'm glad you're going to be talking about that.
Yeah, there is, and it's not ambiguous. They're very clear, written rules. We follow them verbatim and have, over the decades. I founded my company in 1989. We are literally the first single-family home for-profit private equity company in the history of the United States of America. We were the first one to go into residential, because in the old days, we all knew residential had a higher rate of return, a higher cap rate, if you will, than commercial. But 98% of the companies worked for fees, not for profits. So no one wanted to do the work. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do houses rather than commercial. We still do commercial. And I'm going to do it for profit. And so I'm just going to run a very efficient, very effective model. And hey, if you want to buy hundreds of houses, I have over 1,000 documented students who did over 100 properties. Maybe you only want 5 or 10 or 20, whatever that monthly income stream that you want. We'll show you how to achieve it, how to get there in today's world for real.
Thanks for sharing all that. That's a lot of great information. And I can't wait to hear you speak at the 2026 Midwest Real Estate Investor Conference. And it's happening April 27th and 28th at the DeVos Place Conference Center in Grand Rapids, Michigan. John, you're going to be speaking Monday, April 27th around 2:30 p.m. And to learn more and to register, go to MidwestREIConference.com. MidwestREIConference.com. John, I can't wait to see you there.
I look forward to seeing you again, my friend. Take care, everybody. Thank you, and God bless.